The skies over Mathura were glowing bright. It was a beautiful evening. The palace and houses were lit by lamps. Flowers adorned each and every house. Young maidens and ladies stood on the balconies of the palace. Distinguished citizens stood by the roadsides. The chariot speeding through the streets was led by 4 magnificent white horses, and the charioteer was none other than Kans, the crown prince of Mathura. Sitting in the chariot was his newly wed sister, Devaki. Next to her sat Vasudev, the brother-in-law of Gokul's Nandaraj and Yashodha's brother. The people of Mathura were celebrating the wedding of their ruler, Ugrasen's daughter. Even Kans was in good spirits on the occasion of his sister's wedding. Suddenly, lighting streaked across the sky. Kans was worried. The thunderous sound was followed by a celestial voice from the sky.
O evil Kans, tormentor of the gods, the religious and saints, do you think that no voice will be raised against your evil deeds? Your downfall will be brought about by one born in your own house. Devaki's son will lead you to the doors of Yamraj. Your end is near.
Kans heard the prediction. Everyone else heard it too. The voice echoed through the corridors of the palace. Kans ran towards Devaki with a sword in his hand. He raised his sword to end his sister's life when Vasudev said, "Stop, Kans. To kill a woman is a sin. Do not commit a sin." Kans dropped his sword. But Devaki and Vasudev were imprisoned. Kans became the king of Mathura after imprisoning his family. As a result, injustice rained down on the people of Mathura. Kans and his men started killing the followers of God. In this manner, a year passed by. Devaki gave birth to her first son in prison. On learning this, Kans rushed to the prison. He lifted the helpless child and flung him onto a stone nearby and mercilessly killed him. Devaki's cry was stifled before it could escape from her lips. Devaki and Vasudev wept silently. This way, Kans murdered her sons one after another. Devaki was now expecting her 8th child. It was Ashtami night. The rain was coming down heavily. The guards in the prison were sleeping. Devaki gave birth to a beautiful baby at the stroke of midnight. His radiance illuminated the prison cell. There was a sparkle in the child's eyes, and he had a naughty smile on his lips. Tears welled in the parents' eyes. No. The word escaped Vasudev's lips. He said, "Devaki, we must save this child. We have to save him. Come what may, this child must be kept alive. O Lord Vishnu, please show us the way." Saying this, both prayed to Lord Vishnu. Just then, the chains binding them fell away from their hands. The doors of the prison opened by themselves. Devaki looked at the child and held him close to her heart. Vasudev took the child and left Mathura. He could see only one path in front of him, the one that led to Gokul across the river Yamuna, his beautiful village. His feet quickly moved ahead. He had reached the bank of the river Yamuna. He saw small cane baskets there. He placed the child in one of the baskets and lifted it onto his head. He could see the waters of the Yamuna flowing wildly. He stepped into the water and started wading towards the opposite bank. It seemed as if the Yamuna was eager to touch the little child. Slowly, the waters rose up to his chest and then touched his nose. Understanding the wishes of his devotee, God in the form of this child touched the water with his right foot. Instantly, the water level started falling. Vasudev kept on moving forward. The rain showed no sign of letting up. Suddenly, Vasudev spotted a snake coming towards him. Vasudev was scared and started moving ahead faster. The snake came close by and in a human voice said, "O Vasudev, do not fear me. I have but come to protect the Lord Shri Krishna from this tempest, so that you may safely reach Gokul." Saying this, the snake spread his hood like an umbrella over Vasudev and started following him towards Gokul. The snake disappeared on reaching the shore. Vasudev hurried towards Yashoda's house. Here in Gokul, Yashoda had just given birth to a baby girl. She was adoring her little baby with motherly love. When Vasudev entered, Yashoda was shocked and overjoyed at the same time. Vasudev told her everything. Yashoda had great sympathy in her heart for Devaki. She steeled her heart and said, "O brother, I am a simple village girl. But from what little I can understand, I feel that I must embrace your son as my own. And so that Kans doesn't get suspicious, I will give you my daughter. May the Lord protect her." Saying this, Yashoda lifted the sleeping baby Krishna from the basket and placed her daughter in it. Vasudev could not hold back his tears. He immediately turned to return to Mathura. As soon as Vasudev entered the prison, the doors shut by themselves. And as soon as he reached Devaki, the chains bound themselves around him. The little baby girl started crying. The crying woke the guards. Kans reached there as soon as he could. He snatched the girl from Devaki's hand, and just as he was about to throw her to the ground, she vanished from his hands into thin air. With a loud sound, she appeared as a bolt of lightning, and laughing loudly, she said, "O evil Kans, your destroyer is being raised in Gokul." The lightning disappeared after predicting the downfall of Kans. Kans stood there, shocked, as if someone had chopped his head off. He kept staring at the sky. The heavy rainfall was now sounding like the roaring of the sea waves.